Hello everyone, it's Beck and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I am finally going to be starting my new island. So I did a video about a week and a half ago where I released my dream address for Evergreen, and I was all excited to make a new island on my second Switch. However, unfortunately since then I caught the flu, so I've been in bed sick for a little bit and I haven't gotten around to doing it, but I finally did it yesterday, so yay! Now, when I recorded this yesterday, I was talking you through all of the steps of everything that I was doing and why I was doing it. However, my audio didn't record properly, so I'm just going to tell you now what I got up to. So basically what I have done is I created a second character on my Evergreen island, and I upgraded my house completely. I've got my bank full of barrels, my storage is full of all of the things that I think I'm going to be needing, and I've also bought all of my permits from the ABD so I can terraform and all of that stuff. And what I'm actually doing is I'm transferring that second character to my second Switch, and so I'm going to have a brand new island, but my character is going to be able to do everything already. The reason why I have done it this way is because with this island, this is going to be all about designing. It's not about the whole journey of playing the game. I have done that before. I am over it. On this new island, I'm going to be terraforming, I'm going to be time traveling, and I'm going to be using treasure islands. There are no rules. I got this idea from Nina. She has a channel here on YouTube and she also streams on Twitch, so I will leave links in the description below so that you can get to her socials. But I did get the idea from her. I was watching her do a video on her new island Sushi and I was really confused about how she still had her resident services in a tent but she was able to terraform. Funnily enough, a couple of days later she did release a video showing you how to transfer a character from one island to another. So you're just actually seeing a montage here of me doing that. The whole process only took me about 10-15 minutes altogether. So if this is something that you're wanting to do, I recommend heading over to Nina's channel and watching her video on it. She gives you step-by-step instructions on everything that you need to do. Like I said, it's easy, it's pretty basic. You just need to have 2 Switches and 2 copies of the game and you are good to go. Now, if you're like me and you're particular about what island you start with, or if you would prefer a certain airport colour or certain starter villages or something like that, you can keep trying and get new maps or get new starter villages, whichever way you want to go about it. Once the transfer is complete, it is done. So once you get to the part where you get to choose which map you would like, if there aren't any there that you want, you can simply close the game out like you normally would, end the session, restart it, and a little box will pop up saying that you were in the middle of a transfer and that you were going to complete it. You then go back to the check-in counter with Timmy and Tommy where you get to choose a new map. I did this about, I think it was 14 times I counted until I found one that I really liked. So that was the part that took the most time. Like I said, transferring the character from one Switch to another didn't take that long at all. It was just me being fussy. I think I was here for about an hour altogether, trying to find an island that I liked. I did fly to a couple of them, didn't really like what I saw, and so I turned around and left and started all over again. But eventually I did find one that I wanted. So we are now going to fly off to my new island, so let's go check it out. I was so excited when I seen Muffy as my starter villager. I love her. The other guy there is Mac, like the jock. I don't really care for him, so you know, whatever. But Muffy is queen. I love her. She is gorgeous. Now, while we're going through all of this, because you do still do the tutorial at the start, we have to go collect fruit and branches and all of that stuff for Tom. I just wanted to explain to you why I decided to do it this way instead of starting, you know, right from scratch with a brand new character. I didn't want the hassle at the start of not being able to terraform without having to go through the whole process of trying to get KK, you know, reaching 3 stars and all of that stuff. I mean, if you're time traveling, it doesn't take that long. It only takes a couple of hours. But I really want to take my time at the start of the game and go on villager hunts, because I have a list of villagers that I know I definitely want to get on the island, and I don't want to have to go through the whole process of autofilling everything and then kicking everybody off and going through that all over again. Plus also, when I first came up with this idea, I was going to do what Nina done, and I was going to keep the resident services in a tent. And if you do that, you can only have 4 villagers, because once you get the 5th villager, your resident services will automatically upgrade to a building. And at the start, I wasn't planning on doing that. So I still wanted to be able to terraform as well, which is why I decided to move my character from one island to another. But during the whole process of doing this, I actually decided to let resident services upgrade. I'm going to get all 10 villagers, but I am going to try and keep my Nook's Cranny in the old, smaller building, and I'm not going to be upgrading my museum from a tent. I'm going to be leaving that as a tent if I can help it. That's the plan anyway. We will see what happens. So you'll see here I'm naming my island. I decided to go with the name Wattle Creek. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't fit the whole word creek in there, so I had to abbreviate it with just CRK, but I'm sure everybody knows what that means. I think that really suits the town theme that I'm going for. I'm going to have like a small town, which, you know, it has my 10 villages in it, and they're all of the locals that originally lived in the town, like their grandparents lived in the town, their great-grandparents lived in the town, and it used to be maybe a gold mining town or something like that. Like it had some sort of a boom, but now everyone's left and it's an old abandoned town. It's going to be dirty, it's going to be messy. There's going to be weeds, there's going to be a junkyard. That's the aim that I'm going for. I've never done anything like that before, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, I want to keep Nook's Cranny a small building. To do that, I can't buy or sell from there. I also can't let time travel. So I have to keep within 30 days of 30 days of time. So I'm going to try and keep it in autumn because I really like this season. Anyway, as you can see here, Tom is on the screen. I think my house is here. Yeah, you don't get your house straight away. You do stay in a tent for that first, night that you're on the island. But now my house is going to show up. When you transfer your character from one Switch to another, you bring absolutely everything with you. Your catalogue, all the DIYs that you've learned, all of the money in your bank, all the furniture in your house. You bring everything with you. So I think this is great. I've got a brand new island. I can start from scratch. I can do whatever I want. And I've already got everything, so there's no pressure to try and get everything, if you understand what I mean. Alright, that is it for today's video. I just wanted to transfer my character from Evergreen over onto the new Switch. In my next video, I'm thinking about going on a villager hunt, and I will let you know all of the villagers that I'm going to be having on this island and what their backstory is. Some of them have a story, some of them don't, some of them I'm still trying to figure out. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!